Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hello, hello everyone. So let us
Hi.
let us begin with Sonisha. Can you go on mute? Thank you. So let us begin with history, chapter 3 for class 7 about Delhi Sultans. So I know you must be wondering this is such a big mind map, but yes, it covers the almost entire chapter of Delhi Sultans, and there will be one more part. Uh, it covers half of it almost. Okay. So let's begin with it. So at the center of map is Delhi. Okay, and we'll discuss how Delhi has been ruled in history by several dynasties. So it was established during the time of Rajput dynasties, and these Rajput dynasties they existed in the 11th century. Okay, so two prominent Rajput dynasties that ruled over here were Tomars and Chahmans. Okay, so Tomars, the king was Anangpal, and he ruled during 1130 to 1145. Okay, and then Tomars were defeated by Chahmans. So Chahmans are also called as Chauhans nowadays. So nowadays Chauhans, you see, it is a common surname in Delhi and Rajasthan. So those are basically Chahmans during those times, and they were mainly from the Ajmer side. Okay, and Ajmer, it is near Jaipur in Rajasthan. The ruler of Chahman, one of the important prominent ruler of Chahmans were Prithviraj Chauhan, and he ruled Delhi from 1175 to 1192. Okay, so that is all about Rajput dynasties. It was very short period with the Rajput dynasties. Then mainly the Turkish and Lodi and Mughal dynasties they came into picture. So let us then after Rajput dynasties, which dynasty ruled? It was early Turkish dynasties, and in this Turkish dynasty, the king was Sultan Iltutmish. So Sultan Iltutmish, the important thing about this Sultan was that he had many sons and a daughter, and daughter's name was Razia Sultan, and sorry Razia only, and but none of his brothers, Razia's brothers, were capable of ruling the country, ruling the kingdom. So, so he decided to make Razia as the Sultan of Delhi. So Razia became queen in 1236 AD, but she was soon removed from this position because all the people in the court they were not very happy. Probably that time, uh, they lot of gender bias were there, so they were not happy. So, and there is a writer of those time, Minhaz e Siraz. He wrote in the book that Razia Sultan was more qualified than her brothers. Okay, so Sonishka, are you listening? Do you have
Yes, sir.
you have any questions or you like to comment on it?
Sir, I'm just saying that why was she removed by nobles were not happy?
Yes, so
Razia was more qualified than her brothers, na?
she was
So
more
she is
qualified.
more intelligent than the brothers.
Yes, you are right. But this is the modern time that um, women and men they are equal because there is no gender bias in our time. But it is story of before 1,000 years. See, 1236, and during
So,
those
sir,
time, gender bias.
Razia,
So just because she was woman, um, she was not accepted by nobles.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I was confused that Sultan Iltutmish was died soon only. Then she became the queen at 1236 AD.
Yes. So after Sultan died, probably she became queen.
Okay,
But there is
sir.
not much detail about Sultan Al-Tutmish. in the book. Okay, so let us continue with the next dynasty. So after Turkish dynasty, which dynasty came? Khalji dynasty. Okay, and the king. You remember that movie Padmavati? So
Yes, sir.
in that movie, this movie is about Alauddin Khalji only. So before
Oh,
Alauddin Khalji, you must have seen his uncle was
Jalauddin
ruling India,
Khilji.
Jalaluddin Khilji. He ruled for 6 years, from 1290 to 1296,
Just
and
6 years.
only 6 years. Yes. After that, his nephew and son-in-law also, Alauddin Khilji,
Killed
he
him.
killed him and took over. Okay, and then he ruled for 1296 to 1316. So for 20 years. Okay, so during the time of Alauddin Khilji, it was considered very good time because his administration was very good actually. So during the time of Alauddin Khilji, there used to be lot of attacks from Mongolia, from Mongols. Okay, Mongols were fighters, warriors from Mongolia, Central
So,
Asia.
sir, they don't fight back, they just defense only.
Yes, so they did not fight back. They only secured our country. Like they only secured the border. They did not go and fight with them. When they came to attack, then only we defended. So that was good about him. When you will learn about Tughlaqs, you will learn that they actually planned an attack on them. So that was one of the difference
So,
between
who are Tughlaqs?
Tughlaqs were another
That
dynasty.
sounds
We'll
interesting.
will come to it. Okay, so to there used to be a lot of attacks from Mongols, and we had to create defense against these attacks. So for that we needed a large army base. So for these large army base, what we used to do is we used to create garrison towns. Okay, garrison town Siri is there in Delhi. So that town was
So,
created.
what is Garrison Town?
Basically, town only meant for military people. Okay, only military people or military things will be there in that area. So this town was Siri, which was created by Alauddin Khalji. Then he used to pay the salary in cash. Okay, cash in the sense the coin, precious coins of that
Coins.
time. And he used to have a price control over things. So what happens that those army people, they will go and buy stuffs from local merchants, local grocery shops of those time. Okay, so those merchants, they can increase the price of things, and if they increase the price of things, then this salary will not be enough for these people to buy. So Alauddin Khalji has to do lot of price control, so that these prices, they do not increase the price at their wish. Okay, so if
It was
there is,
something good about him. He controlled the price control and give salary in the cash.
yes. Now to to run these garrison towns and to have such a large army base, we need to have money. And how do kings get money? They levy taxes. Okay, so tax in those time used to be 50% of all the agricultural produce. So whatever farmers
So,
produce,
all the crops and the wheat.
yes, all the crops, grains, whatever is produced by agriculture, so 50% of that will be flat tax. Okay, and then also to increase the area of agriculture, what they did, there used to be a lot of forest between Ganga and Yamuna. Okay, Yamuna is here in Delhi, and Ganga is towards you see Haridwar, Rishikesh. Between this area, there used to be lot of forest. So what, and lot of hunter gatherers also used to be there in the forest. But what he did, he basically cleared this forest. Okay, by burning it. And
He burned it.
yes, that was the standard way of cleaning the forest, by burning it and cutting it. So when you burn the forest, these hunter and gatherers, they will be expelled from the forest because they cannot survive in that forest because forest is gone. and after that, whatever land is cleared, that was given to peasants. So peasants are what? They're farmers. Okay, so
They're
farmers. Yes.
farmers.
So if you give more land to them, they will produce more crops, and if they produce more crops, then you will get more taxes. So that was the system. Okay, so that's why it was a common practice by many sultans to clear the forest land and to uh, create more lands for growing crops so that they can have more taxes. You got it? You have any question on this?
No, sir.
Good. So after Khalji, the next dynasty that came is Tughlaq dynasty. So Tughlaq dynasty had many kings, but one of the prominent king was Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay, he ruled
He
from,
was a total failure.
yes, he was a total failure. We are coming to that. So Muhammad Tughlaq, he ruled from 1324 to 1351 AD. Okay, and uh, for his soldiers, he basically emptied the Delhi towns. So all the peoples, they were expelled from here, and only soldiers were allowed over here. So people got very unhappy with this incidents because they had to leave their places. So that was one unpopular thing that Muhammad Tughlaq did. Then he used to pay currency. He used to pay a salary in token currency. Now, what is a token currency? Token currency is just like,
So it's like a note which we use in modern days, like a note,
yes, right.
but
So
not with metal.
yes,
But
so
not a
that
metal
was with
token.
metal, and it was just like a paper note. So paper note is actually, it doesn't have any value because it is made of paper, but it is guaranteed by the government. Okay, so in the same way, that was a paper currency of that time. It used very cheap metal, like something like iron or something. So because it used very cheap metal, nobody actually trusted it because during those time, gold coins, silver coins, this used to be in vogue, and since they used cheap metal, so nobody actually trusted it. So that was one problem. Second thing is that anybody could make those coins. So it is
Huh?
easily, anybody could make those coins. So it was easily
How?
counterfeited. See, nowadays whatever paper money you have, 100 rupees or 500 rupees note, you cannot make that note in your printer because it is a special
Yes.
type of paper, it is special type of printing. You cannot counterfeit it. You know meaning of counterfeiting? Counterfeiting means making a duplicate. So you cannot print that
Oh.
in your with your local skills. Okay, but Tughlaq's currency was such a, it was easily counterfeited. It was something very simple.
Disaster.
Yes. So people, so what people used to do, they used to create the counterfeit, the basically the nakli note. Okay, nakli coins they will used to make, and they will save their gold. So whenever king will ask for taxes, they will give back that same cheap metal to him. So that way, basically, they saved a lot of money, and because of this, this king was total failure. Okay, his administration was total failure, and these are the three reasons why he was total failure. First, the token currency. Token currency, as I said, that token currency was very cheap metal. Anybody could copy that, and nobody trusted it. So it became a failure. So he has to recall it. What is meaning of recall it? Recalling means it will no
Means
more be.
to do not to do that again.
Yeah. No,
It's
no,
banned.
no, no. Yes, it's banned and it is not used anymore.
Yeah,
It is not used anymore.
that's what it
So
means.
just like 2 years back, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he also recalled the notes of 500 and 1000. So he basically banned that 1000 rupees note. So in the same way, that token currency was also recalled. Okay. Then comes the tax raised during famine. So to meet those expenses of soldiers and all, he needed tax. And during those times, actually famine was happening. Famine means that there was no rain in,
Drought. No rain, no
it was
agriculture,
drought,
no
and
no water.
yes, no water, no agriculture. Because of that, it was drought all over the place. And but he raised the tax to get more money. So that was one unpopular thing. People did not like it.
Wow.
So if the people did not like it, what they will do? They will do rebellion. They will go against the king. Okay. They will have some local leader and they will go against the king. Then he made a campaign to Kashmir to basically get
So what
control.
is a campaign?
Campaign means to go over there and try to attack that country and get it under your control. Okay, so he tried to control Kashmir, but that campaign was a
He also failed there.
failure there. Okay, now one good or different thing about Tughlaq was that he planned an attack on Mongols. Generally, Mongols used to
How?
attack on India and Central Asia, but he planned an attack. But he never did attack actually. So one thing you should know that he never attacked.
He planned to attack but didn't do attacking
Yes,
at
he.
Mongols.
Yes. Now about Mongols, one thing we should know about Mongols is that the leader of Mongols during that time was Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
Okay, and he invaded Iran. That thing we should know. Transoxiana is a place in Iran, probably. So this is the region that he invaded Iran. So then coming to next to dynasty, there is not much in your text in your course about Lodi dynasty and Sayyid dynasty, but just remember that after Tughlaq dynasty, Lodi dynasty came. After Lodi dynasty, Sayyid dynasty came. After Sayyid dynasty, Mughals came. Okay.
Mughals came.
Yes. Then the Sur
In
dynasty came.
Sur dynasty.
And in Sur dynasty, there was a king, Sher Shah Sur. What he did, he was a manager of a small land in Bihar, but his power grew actually. He defeated that time the Mughal king Humayun, and after defeating him, he became the king of Delhi. So Sur dynasty
And
came.
also he used a technique of Khalji that Khalji did with his army and that all garrison town. He copied the Senshar that copied the Khalji dynasty.
Yes, he copied the administrative techniques of Khalji. So just like Khalji used to do price control, he also did price control. So all those good techniques he took. Okay. Then Sur dynasty also did not last for long, and after Sur dynasty again Mughals came. Okay, so you should remember that. Yeah, Sur dynasty was not the last one. After Sur dynasty again Mughals came. Okay, and even Mughals also like Akbar also used to copy the technique of Alauddin Khalji.
Khalji.
Okay. So I think that is all. I know it is very big mind map, but hopefully it covers everything. So you have any questions
Sir,
on
it
this?
covers the whole chapter.
Yes, it covers the whole chapter. That's very good thing. But still, we have one more mind map to basically complete the whole thing. But yes, overall it covers everything. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, my question in the Tughlaq dynasty. Can you please move to the Tughlaq dynasty?
Yes.
Sir, in the Tughlaq dynasty, it's really different from the Khalji dynasty. And what? And instead of paying the coins, he used to pay paper money.
Yes, that was token currency. He used to. He had circulated this currency, so everyone used to use this.
Okay, sir. So why did it save gold
Why did he
instead
say?
of cheap metal?
Yes. Probably he did not had that much gold. That could be one of the reason. Or he did not want that much gold to be there in the market with other people. He wanted to save gold for himself and make use of some cheap metal for making currency. That could be one of the reasons.
And sir, why did Muhammad Tughlaq emptied the whole town to just fight for another
Yes.
attack
So
Mongols?
yes. So basically, you needed a large army to plan the attack to attack on Mongols. That large army had to be situated somewhere near the headquarters. So Delhi was the headquarters. Delhi was the main capital, and around this area, a lot of army base is required. So if you hold the army over there, then common people uh, were basically expelled from this place. They were sent to Daulatabad, another place, and
In the south.
not south, but it is near Delhi only.
So, sir, that's all my doubts.
Okay, so I think that's all. That's
Yep.
thank you everyone.
Thanks. Bye.